Hi everyone, my name's BGodfrey and this is my video discussion post on psychopathology and the Christian worldview. And for this post we were asked what our personal definition of psychopathology is, and I really like the definition in Tabor's Medical Dictionary, and it says that psychopathology is the study of the causes and nature of mental disease or abnormal behavior. And I like how simple that is. It's very broad. It basically, to me, reviews the genetic factors, the environmental factors, and the spiritual factors that lead to and influence mental health. So our second question for this post was, what does the Bible say about abnormality? And to me, I couldn't come up with a strict definition out of the Bible, but I kept going back to the story in Mark of Jesus when he meets the man that's running naked through the cemetery, and the villagers have completely ostracized him and completely cast him out. They are afraid of him, they do not want to go near him, and they avoid him at all costs. Jesus doesn't do that. Jesus goes in and Jesus casts out his demons, and they run into the pigs that run off the cliff into a lake. And the man towards the end of the story is sitting there perfectly sane and clothed and talking and is mentally healthy again. And the villagers are disturbed by this. They ask Jesus, they're like, please. The crowd began pleading with Jesus to go away and leave them alone, it says in Mark 5. Jesus didn't do this to win any popularity contests. He didn't do this because it was going to help the village and people would be grateful. He did it because this man was mentally ill and needed Jesus's help, and he needed healing. And God had that for him and brought him back to sanity. And Jesus sent him and said, go tell your family what I've done. And part of me, the counselor part of me, wonders if the psychopathology that man experienced didn't run in his family, that if in healing him and freeing him, if Jesus hadn't sent that man back to declare healing to his whole family. But to me, that shows the heart of God, that Jesus wasn't willing to let this one man continue to suffer and run around naked in the cemetery of death. He had life for him, and in knowing that's the heart of God, I believe that as counselors, he wants to use us to bring that message of healing and to be that conduit for God's love, to see his glory. The third question in this prompt is, what is the secular view of pathopsychology? And as I thought on this one, psychopathology is a really interesting field. They tend to investigate the scientific causes of psychopathology, and environmental as well, and genetic, and these type of things. But I've noticed in talking to secular counselors, and I was in a secular counseling program before I joined this program, I've noticed there's a lot less hope. And maybe I'm green, maybe I'm overly optimistic because I'm just a student and I haven't seen everything the world can throw at people, but excuse me. I remember talking to one of my professors in the other counseling program, and she recounted a story of a young man with antisocial personality disorder, and she was working for the government at the time. It was a government mandated program, but he came in and she's like, I just knew from the moment I met him that he couldn't be helped and there was nothing I could do. So I told him the qualifications to get out of the program and what he had to do to satisfy those requirements, and we went through those, and I cut him loose. There was nothing I could do to help him. And I'm sure there are cases like that where people have decided not to change and have their own issues, but I feel like as Christians and as Christian counselors, there's always that that factor of God and his love for the clients, his want to see them healed, just like that man that roamed through the cemetery. God has not changed in thousands of years. He still loves these impossible people, and to me, that's the difference between secular and Christian counseling. There's more hope in Christian counseling, and I could be wrong in my views, but time will tell. And I look forward to growing my stance as a counselor and developing my view. I'm sure over the years I might become a little less optimistic, but I look forward to seeing how God uses each and every one of us in the counseling profession. And I look forward to hearing your feedback, and I look forward to watching everyone else's videos on this topic. I'd love to hear your worldview and hopefully develop my own a little bit better. So thank you so much for your time.